Well, hi, I'm Heidi Herriott, and I'd like to welcome you back to HorseTrix. Well, by now you should know that we start with phase 1. That's the basics. That's the general manners and behavior in starting with your horse. Now that includes grooming, tacking, bathing, leading, tying, feeding, asking the horse to move over, and loading. Those are all things you want your horse to be very solid on before you continue on. It's the fundamentals, it's the basic foundation for your entire training and interactions with your horse. What you want to do is put your lead rope on your horse, stand on the left side of the horse, hold one hand right up near the snap, and the other hand a little further down on the rope. You can cluck a little bit to get them going. They should keep the pace that you keep. If you go fast, the horse should go fast. If you go slow, the horse should slow down. If you stop, they should stop. You need to talk to them, let them know what you're asking of them, and encourage them to move forward by reaching around with your lead rope or your small whip and just giving them a little bit of a tap. Allow the horse to walk right by your side. Don't allow the horse to lead you. So the first thing you want to do is bring the horse into an area and cross tie it. Put a cross tie on each side of its halter. Talk to the horse, keep it calm, and allow it to accept the ties. Now this is Lady Dancer, and I have Lady Dancer here in the cross ties. This is an example of tying the horse. Now the next thing I'm going to do, while Lady Dancer's standing here, now if this were a new horse, I'd go very slowly with this because again, this is the starting point. I want to make sure that we're making the horse comfortable and introducing them to tools and tack and working with us. So I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to start brushing Lady Dancer. I want the horse to stand still while I'm brushing them, to behave, not to dance around a lot. I'm going to use my voice a lot to keep them calm and say, good girl, good, easy. I'm not begging the horse to stand here nicely, but I am talking to them, keeping them calm. It's great when you start to get around their head. Brush around their head a lot. Do this a lot. This is wonderful. Not only is it good to keep your horse's face clean, it's an area people neglect. It's also a great way to make your horse comfortable, keep them from getting head shy, and get very comfortable working with you. When you decide to start bathing the horse, use the hose at their feet, and then work your way up. Again, judging whether the horse is comfortable, making them as comfortable as possible. A good way to do the head is to kink your hose just a little bit. Put your water pressure down. And that helps you get on their face without them minding too much. Once you've rinsed the horse and make sure you've gotten all the soap out, you want to take your scraper and you want to actually just scrape the water off their body. You do this very gently. These are designed to do exactly this for a horse. They don't hurt the horse at all. As you can see, Lucky Star doesn't mind this at all. But it definitely helps you get the horse dry quicker and keeps them from having water just dripping off their body. You can then also tack the horse in the same manner. Walk up to the horse that's tied in the cross ties, pet the horse, put your hands around the horse. You should be able to move around their rear end as well. And then put your saddle pad on and then your saddle. All the time talking to them, keeping them calm, and keeping your body language and demeanor in a calm fashion but authoritative. Now another facet of phase 1 is asking the horse to move over. Lady, move over. Good. You want to start standing near the back flank of the horse and touch them with your hand and ask them to move over. You might have to push a little harder and keep repeating move over. Go around and do it on the other side. Eventually you'll have a horse that just stating move over and putting your hand up will encourage the horse to move. So another important part of phase 1 training is working around the horse and picking up their feet to clean their feet and also prepare them for the farrier. So what I'm going to do is reach down here, give him a little squeeze and ask him to pick up his foot. Then I'm going to take my hoof pick and clean out his foot. We're going to work right around the frog. That's the V right here. Clean that out, and then I use my little brush. I'm going to set his foot down and say, good boy. The reason we're doing this is, one, you need to be able to pick their feet to keep them sound and keep them in good shape. And then we also want to prepare them for work with the farrier. We don't want this to be an uncomfortable, unpleasant event for them. If you do your job right and you spend time working with your horse in phase 1 training, when the farrier arrives and works with the horse, there won't be any problems. Your horse will stand nicely in his cross ties and behave for the farrier. The farrier will now be your best friend. Feeding a horse. Again, another important aspect of training. When you feed the horse, set the bucket down, but don't allow the horse to charge the bucket. Ask them to wait until you tell them it's okay. A very important part of the training.